are back. You feel me? Fall from Grace. I forgot what episode this is. I gotta look in the archives and see what episode we up to. But yeah, man. Some of y'all already know. This one is a little more personal, if you want to say. You feel what I'm saying? But it's the truth, man. It's the truth. I was trying to avoid doing this one because I didn't want it to come off like that. But man, listen, it is what it is, man. Wale, you done fell the fuck off. Like, you completely washed. Like, it's over. It's over. Like, and people even saying your new album is, but nobody cares. It is what it is. Now, before we get into his career, let me state what my issue with him was. You feel what I'm saying? Because we actually had a real legit back and forth. You know, it was just a social media thing. That's all it was. It wasn't no beef or nothing like that. It was just back and forth, little trolling bullshit, right? So, this is my early days of social media. Probably like 2010, 2011. Because I'm going to tell y'all, you know, where I was when shit went down, right? So, at this point, Wale is like a new artist. He's, you know, still on the come up. And I'm seeing his name float around here and there. See certain people talking about him and stuff like that. And I decided to say, okay, let me go give this guy a listen, see what all the buzz is about. So, now if you're a Wale fan, you should understand why I didn't like him at first, right? So, I go on YouTube, I type in Wale, and the first record that comes up is Chillin' with Lady Gaga. Bruh, when I tell you I clicked on that record and that shit was air poisoning, that shit was horrible. That shit horrible. You feel me? And here's the thing. When it comes to discovering new music and getting to know new artists that you never heard before, they can't control their first impression of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, they can't control that the first song of them that you click on might be one that turns you off from them. And that's what Chillin' was. If y'all are hardcore Wale fans and y'all been listening from back then, if y'all fucked with like the stuff he might have put out before that was actually good, you can understand why a person who is just getting hip to him, and that's the first song they hear, y'all could understand why that could turn somebody off, because it's a trash record. Honestly, it's one of the worst hip-hop records I ever heard. You understand? So, y'all know how I am on social media. I speak my mind and, you know, say what it is. And I'm like, yo, y'all hyping up this Wale guy, and the first record I go to listen to is horrible. Like, when I say one of the worst rap records I've ever heard, like, I've listened to a lot of rap records. You understand? I'm like 21, 22 at this time. Imagine listening to rap for 22 years. I have heard a lot of terrible records. That was easily top 5. You feel me? So I was like, and then I'm looking at it, it's like kind of a colorful video. It's a rapper with a pop artist. It already comes off as gimmicky. You understand? So I'm like, nah, he done. Like, I'm not listening to this guy. Like, come on, son. You know, and so I expressed that, you know, on Twitter. Now, let me tell y'all how I use Twitter, you know, as far as just how I interact on it. Oftentimes, I don't try to purposely antagonize celebrities or anything. You understand? I tweet my thoughts on things, and like, I don't jump in rappers' mentions. I don't purposely try to at people to get a reaction out of them. I'll just tweet, yo, I think such and such is trash. Like, you know, and that's just my personal opinion. Now, if you're a sensitive ass rapper that sits on social media searching your name, looking for people to reply to that say negative things, then you, my friend, are a sucker. You understand? Let's just call a spade a spade. Wale is a person that does it. Joe Budden does it. Oh my God, these niggas are the king of searching their name and looking for negative people to respond to. Y'all niggas have so many fans. Why are y'all looking for people who are hating or saying negative things about y'all? You know, it's 1 million people that are saying y'all music trash, but it's probably 3 million that's saying y'all that they rock with y'all. But y'all are searching y'all name and y'all are going through all of the good stuff to get to the 1 or 2 people that might say something so y'all can clap back. You understand? And kind of make a ooh, ah moment out of the situation. You know, I always thought that was corny when celebrities did that, you know. And they're not the only ones. There's plenty of celebrities that have blocked me on Twitter that I've never added before. Chameleonaire blocked me. I was probably the only person on Twitter that still, at that time, even listened to his music. Why'd you block me? I probably like laughed at a joke or something, somebody or something like that. You feel me? But I can honestly say, like, I listened to his first album, Sound of Revenge. That's, for me personally, that's one of my favorite albums ever. Listen to it on a regular basis, like even still to this day. You feel me? That came out in I think like 2006. So I was the only one that even was speaking positively on his music still at that time, like, yo, Chameleon used to be fire. So him blocking me, I didn't get. You understand? Missy Elliott blocked me. Never said nothing about her. You understand? Niggas was making jokes about me when I had on this leather jacket, and because I was heavy set and shit, they was saying I look like Missy Elliott in the Can't Stand the Rain video. Like, I used to get cooked with that joke. Maybe she seen that and decided to block me. I don't know why. I never said nothing negative about her. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, back to topic at hand, Wale is one of them niggas that do that. You feel me? So, when I tweeted that, or whatever I might have tweeted afterwards, like, you know, it might have just came up in regular conversation. I might have been tweeting somebody, yeah, I don't like Wale. I think he's terrible, or, you know, whatever it is. So he seen it, right? And he blocked me. Cool. So he's doing that, right? Now, one thing about me is people say it's like building narratives, like when you constantly, I guess, speak on people, or if they see that every time you post something about them, it might be negative or not really in a good light, they kind of say you have something against them or you hate them or something like that. But I'm a person who on social media, I have regular hip-hop conversation with a lot of people. You feel me? So people will hit my inbox, or I mean, people will tweet me, yo, what do you think of so-and-so? I don't rock with him. I'll say I don't rock with them. And then the person will still be searching their name. They'll see what that person tweeted to me. They'll see what I responded, and then, you know, still be feeling a way about it. And it's like, I'm not hating on you. I'm just keeping on my stance. Like, if I say I rock with you and I think you're trash, then that's just what it is. You understand? And if somebody, you know, hit me and ask me, then that's just what it is. But it's not like I'm going out my way to try to antagonize you or nothing. You feel me? So he blocks me after I said what I said after listening to Chillin', right? So I forgot what artist I said something about, right? And actually it was my man Chris Lewis, because I remember the tweet. My man Chris Lewis had retweeted me saying something. I forgot what the tweet was. All he did was retweet it. I think Wale followed him at the time. Wale seen what he retweeted and retweeted it with some like the pot calling kettle or something like if whatever I was saying about a person, he was saying like, oh, I shouldn't be talking, like, you know, on that type of time. And it's like, but bruh, you blocked me. And I'm not one of them people that get upset over, you know, people getting blocked on social media. Who cares? You understand? But if you block me and choose not to, have my stuff coming up in your feed or whatever, don't see somebody retweeting something I say and then feel like you got to throw your 2 cents in like a sucker. You understand me? So he did that, and of course I couldn't respond because I'm blocked. You understand? But I happened to see it because somebody else retweeted it and tagged me, and I'm like, the fuck is he talking about? You understand? Like, so that was just the weird stuff that that was just the thing I found weird. And this actually happened twice. It happened twice. It was somebody else that retweeted something I said. I think it might have been my man D Dot. My man D Dot Omen. He got a blog site. He run, posts a lot of hip hop stuff on it. Go check it out. I've been following him for years. He always up on like a lot of new waves and shit like that. But he's from the DMV, so Wale DMV as well. So I'm pretty sure they got a relationship or whatever. So it would be like I'll post something, D Dot retweeted, and then Wale once again has something to say. You understand? So at this point I'm like, all right, this thing is a clown, man. Now it's like open season. Like now, if I feel like if something come across my feed and I feel like responding to it, I'm gonna respond to it, and I'm a super violate. You understand what I'm saying? So he tweets one day, and it happens to get retweeted on my timeline. Because I don't have him blocked, so I can still see certain stuff that he'll post, but he can't see my stuff. You understand? So he posts something one day. I think J. Cole sent him a beat. And he's like, yo, J. Cole just sent me a beat. This is the best beat I ever heard. He's just overly praising it. I'm like, oh, word? I got you. So I retweeted it, and I put that. I was disrespectful. I was out of line for what I said. I'll be a man and admit that. You feel me? But like I said, he had already been poking little jabs at me. I'm like, all right, I'm going to take it up another level. So I retweeted it with the hashtag dick riding. I did that, and I'm like, it ain't gonna be an issue because he got me blocked. He's not gonna see it. So I put my phone in my pocket. At this time, what phone do I got? I don't have a Galaxy at this time. I think I might have still had a Sidekick at this time. I think I still might have had like a Sidekick 3 or something like that. And I'm at work, right? I'm at work, and my phone go off. Because at this time, I got a decent amount of followers on Twitter, but I don't have a lot to where it's like I don't get crazy. I wasn't getting crazy notifications to where I had to turn my shits off. So I had my emails on for whenever somebody will reply to me on Twitter. Mind y'all, I'm new to this whole social media thing. I don't know really how it works like that too much. Like, I'm getting used to it, but I'm still figuring it out. So I have my emails on for when people reply to me. So I get a notification. I just hear the notification because, I got my phone notifications on so I can hear it. All right. Notification. Somebody probably replied to me, something I said, right? Couple seconds later, boom, get another one. Couple seconds later, boom, get another one. Get another one, get another one, get another one, get another one. And they just keep on coming in. So I tell niggas at work, yo, I'm gonna take a break for a second. I gotta go handle some shit. So I step off and I go look at my phone, and no bullshit, I got about 400 or 500 emails. I'm like, okay, what happened? Did somebody just world star me? Like, I'm like, yo, did somebody post a video or something to me on World Star? Like, what's going on here? So I go check my Twitter. Wale done replied. And not only did he reply, he tried to get me up out of there. Like, he tried to dust me off. Like, I forgot what he said, but Wale just started wilding on me. Like, yo, you a hater. I make more money walking to the vending machine than you do in a year, and all this other stuff. So I see him wilding. At the time, I got a whole nother website. It wasn't No Mercy TV. It was like Who Is No Mercy? It was like a blog spot. So I'm like, oh shit, Wale on me. I better tweet the link to my website or some shit. Do y'all know I tweeted the link to my website, and about 3 seconds later, that nigga retweeted it on some, your bum ass website, you ain't got no content. Like, he was actually active on my page, like watching the shit that I say and trying to get me up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? So, and let me tell you this too. The first time that, you know, I had mentioned him or whatever, and he was throwing them little jabs at me, he didn't have the same following. Like, he probably only had maybe like 100,000 followers. But when we got into it and I posted the hashtag dick ride and shit, this was after he got the MMG deal. So he had, how many followers? Yo, he had probably like 700,000 followers. You know, so he was retweeting it. It's not like he was directly replying to me where only people who follow both of us to see it. No. He retweeted it on his page so everybody who followed him could see it. And let me tell you, my mentions was a straight shipwreck for the next like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, oh shit, like people just kept on coming, just kept on. Like, it's people wilding at me, people photoshopping me and all this other stuff. Like, people was really going in on me. Like, you had some people that were jumping in to defend me, like, yeah, I understand Wale trash, but man, it was such a hellstorm after he did that. I was like, oh nah, I'm not going to war with none of these niggas again, son. I'm good. Like, this social media trolling shit, y'all niggas can have this shit. You feel me? And it wasn't even like I was trolling. Like, it's just me speaking my opinion. And like I said, I'll just put, yo, this Wale record is trash. And it's like, I'm not atting him. I'm not trying to get his attention or DMing him or jumping in his replies or replying to his tweets. I'm just regular tweeting. Like, that's it. And, you know, so that tells you the power of social media. And like I said, I think it's corny when niggas sit, like, y'all niggas are whole celebrities. Y'all are niggas with $1 million budget videos and y'all signing deals and endorsements and y'all getting paid. Y'all doing shows. Y'all got albums to record, but yet y'all find time to just sit on social media, search your name, look for people to reply to. Like, look for negativity to reply to, as opposed to replying to all of the fans y'all have. Like, I just think that's corny. And like I said, man, any nigga that do that, in my book, you a sucker. You a clown. Like, I'm a nigga who, I'm just a regular person, and I don't go on Twitter searching No Mercy and No Mercy Harlem to see what people, like, who does that? Like, come on, man. That shit corny. You know, and honestly, I think Wale was a sucker for doing all that. And you know, that was my interaction with him. And damn, it's crazy it took 20 minutes to get to that. But you know, I wanted to at least start that off so y'all understand why I don't rock with him. You understand what I'm saying? But let's talk about his career now. As far as his career goes, man, I mean, I didn't think he was that good when he was by himself. You know, he didn't really have much to offer. You know, I know that he comes from like a poetry, haiku kind of background and shit like that. You understand? So that might be why I didn't gravitate to him, because for one, his content is soft. Like, that's not, I don't want to hear that type of stuff on a regular basis, like the stuff he rap about. You understand? Like, he's the type of dude that'll rap about how a girl's perfume smell and have 3 verses about it. You understand? Like, that's not, I don't want to hear that. That's just, like, it's cool if you, that's what you slip in there every once in a while, but when that's like your main content, like, I don't want to sit there and hear that. Like, I can't listen to Drake for that long. Like, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear gangster shit. Like, I want to listen to some Cam, some 50. Like, that's the type of content that I like. You feel me? So Wale just don't appeal to me. Now, I'm not saying the man can't rap. Like if you talking about being able to rap, and as far as flows and cadences and rapping ability, yeah, he can do that. He can put words together. He also, with his subject matter, he knows how to paint pictures with the things he's talking about. So I give him that. But it's just, for me, the type of content that I don't want to hit. So ironically, when he got the MMG deal is when he got better. And he didn't get better because of who was around him. I personally feel like he got better because he started rapping about more rougher content. He didn't go full on street busting guns and stuff like that, but when you doing the records like the 600 bands and stuff like that, and the other stuff he was having on like the self-made albums and stuff like that, he's rapping about more about where he's from and the street a little bit and how it is in his eyes. Not really, he's just giving you more of a solid, rough, concrete type of background. It'll give you a little bit of struggle. You understand? And that's when I was like, okay, now he's actually getting somewhere. But he's never really been like a major artist to really like get awards and sell multi-platinum and stuff. Like, yeah, he got a couple songs, I think, that might have went platinum, but overall, he was never a big selling artist. You understand? Now, he tried to go that route, and he possibly could have done it, but it was just always something missing. I don't know what it was. Like, it had to be something that disconnected, because you take his content, the type of stuff he rap about, the type of videos he was doing, he's doing like college themed videos where he's, walking through the school and stuff like that. If there was a lot of other rappers that had that same formula, they would have popped. For some odd reason, he didn't. You understand? So I think it overall come down to who he was. Just him as a person. And I watched his interviews. I've watched, interviews of his and watched him actually interact with people. And I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Wale is a weirdo. Like, that dude is really like a straight weirdo. Like, it's different, our interactions on social media. It's just those interactions of him responding to seeing someone say he's trash. Like, that's one thing. But when you actually watch an interview with his and you see how he interacts with people, like, he'll go on certain interviews with people like The Breakfast Club or whether it's Hot 97, and like, he'll have like static for certain people, but he'll try to come off as like he'll say some slick shit that's like super over the head to where you feel like he's like joking with you, but he's really like trying to play you on some sly shit. But it's like he don't want the confrontation, so he don't want it to kind of come off like he one of them type of niggas. And it's like, if you got an issue with somebody, say it. Like, don't beat around the bush. Don't try to be sly or slick about it. Say straight up, yo, I don't like this, that, and the third, or whatever it was, that you were saying. Because people do say shit about him, negative things about him. And address it the way you should address it. But just his way of how he addresses things with people, I just find it like his whole demeanor and how he's just a weirdo, son. He's just a weirdo, and putting it together with his music and that stuff, it kind of make you figure out why he's never made it, as big as he should have. He's just not like, he's like the Oreo, like the black guy that secretly is, like, you could tell he was raised in the suburbs. Like, you could tell he don't really come from the hood or no kind of real solid background. Like, he not from that type of cloth. So with certain stuff that he do, that's just like, it might be accepted like with the suburbs and stuff like that with those kind of people. But when it comes to like people who really from that street, that hood kind of background, that's where it disconnects. And Wale kind of walks the line where he's like in the middle of that, because he's trying to appeal to both, but he's failing on both sides. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're trying to appeal to the suburbs, but you are a little too weird for even them. But at the same time, you're trying to appeal to us, the urban, the street, the hood, and you're way too weird for us. You feel me? So I just feel like that's where Wale kind of went wrong. I felt like at one point he was gonna make it there, but for some reason he just never did. And you even have people in the industry that say like he's weird, he has like weird interactions with people and things of that nature. So it's like, somebody had hit me about, his album that just came out, and I'm gonna listen to it when I get a chance. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, all that little back and forth shit we had, I don't take that shit personal. So that shit just is what it is. But I just haven't been hearing nothing about him lately. Like, and the little stuff I would hear here and there was like I didn't like the intro on Port of Miami. Like, I thought, like, what? Ross, you're starting the album off with this bullshit? Like, come on, man. You feel what I'm saying? So, Wale officially, pretty much fell from grace, or whatever grace he was trying to get. I've been calling this man trash for a pretty long time, and he's kind of been showing why. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think him not making it and me calling him trash is just a coincidence. Like, I feel like there's really a lot there. You understand? And I think the next time somebody interviews him, they need to really get inside and figure out in his mind, like, as to why he just never plateaued. There's a reason for it. Whether it's feeling like you too good for certain opportunities that could have possibly elevated you, but you don't want to. It could be a number of things. You feel me? And like I said, from watching his interviews and seeing the type of personality he has, I can see why people might be turned off from even dealing with him, because like I said, he just comes off like a weirdo, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So even to this day, I'm still blocked on Twitter. And it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe he'll see this and unblock me and want to actually have a conversation, but again, it wasn't, like I said, I don't consider it wasn't no beef, but it was just like the me expressing my opinion, and then niggas with the blocking shit, like in the blocking niggas, but still trying to, like, Joe Budden has blocked and unblocked me numerous times. Like, he's blocked me, then unblocked me. He blocked me again, and now I'm unblocked. You understand what I'm saying? So, I just wonder what type of weirdo shit niggas be doing in they Twitterverse. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. I feel like Wale has fell from grace. He got a bunch of L's he could hold. I got a diss track I did about him. I did put it out. I never put that project out. I'm gonna put that project out one of these days. I just wanted to get around to learning how to promote, do visuals and stuff like that. And 2020, I might get around to pushing my music again. So if you want, you could go on my gaming channel. That's where I got a lot of my old music videos and stuff, and I got some of the audios from my previous songs up, and it's called Unleash a Monster. And or you can just type in No Mercy Unleash a Monster, and you'll see the song come up, and hear what I had to say about him. But yeah, man, that's really all I got to say about this dude. I'm gonna come back for more Fall from Grace episodes. A lot of people been asking about them. People really enjoyed that series, so that's one of the things I'm gonna work on bringing back. I just want to diversify and start to explore more careers, because I'm doing mostly hip hop, but I want to start expanding it into actors and actresses and athletes and pop artists and just people of all different sorts of walks of life. Because people fall from grace everywhere. You feel me? So it's not like it's just one particular thing where people fall from grace. I'm just doing what's, directly in front of me that I can speak on. But, it's a lot of people that done fell from grace. So we're going to get to researching. We're going to get to talking about it, man. But follow me on Twitter at NoMercyHarlem, Instagram at NoMercyHarlem, and subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll be at y'all soon, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit. Look up the No Mercy TV podcast on your famous streaming services. And I'll be back soon, man. I'm out of here.